What do you think about having, some people, and I've been in this mode for a while, where I think about, here's retirement, and here's what I need to do to consider myself at retirement. But I think when you're, my kids' age, they're in their 20s. I don't know if it's realistic to plan your retirement, or if that's just a long-term goal. Maybe do you set different goals along the way, or how do you manage your goals? Because you got to have something to look forward to, don't you? Or what do you think?
Manage your goals for retirement?
Yeah, well, I think, at one level I can say, okay, here's my longest goal. It's retirement, or maybe it's death, actually, because I need to make sure that when I die that there's money to pay for my funeral. The next goal before that's retirement, and I don't know how long I'll be retired, but I need a certain dollar value in the bank before I can retire. There's got to be something before that. Maybe it's I want to buy a house on the lake, or I want to buy a boat or something, and then I want to go to university. I want to get married. How many goals is having a goal of retirement a good goal when you're 20, or do you wait till you're 40 for that? I don't know.
I personally, I think you have to have that goal coming right out of the gate. Mm-hmm. You need a 1-year goal, a 5-year goal, a 10-year goal, a 25-year goal, right? And if I know that I want to retire at a certain level, then I have to start working backwards.
Yeah.
Backwards from that and say, well, okay, if at age 55 or at age 60, whatever the goal is, I want to be at this level. Mm-hmm. Okay, where do I have to be at 40? Where do I have to be at 30? Where do I have to be at 20? What do I need to start doing to achieve that? And of course, you need some flexibility. But what I did is, and there's a chapter in the book there right at the very beginning where I say, wealth is not a number. Mm-hmm. And right. I defined, and this is the way I looked at it, is wealth is not defined by money, but by time. Mm-hmm. And so the goal I initially set, and I had to modify it over time because things change, but I wanted so many sources of passive income, right, that would allow me to achieve the lifestyle that I wanted to have. And then I planned, then I had to set mini goals. Okay, so if I want to have a stock portfolio that pays $50,000 a year in dividends, as an example, okay, how much money do I have to have? What kind of stocks? What's the investment going to be? How much do I have to put away every year? And start building that up. So you set that long-term goal, and then you back up right into the mini goals to help you achieve the long-term goal.
The big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you teach kids that? Because, I'm looking at kids who they're not even through school yet. I don't know how do you teach them about when they're 80? They want you want to kick back when you're 80. That's a tough one, though, isn't it?
That's a tough one.
They're not thinking about that.
They're not thinking about that. I mean, when I was 20, I was never going to. When I was 20 years old, I thought I was an old man at my age now, right? Yeah. I don't think I'm that old. Yeah. Okay. But there was a time I thought, hey, by the time you get to be my age, I don't know, I'm never going to get that old. Now I'm thinking, hey, I still got a lot left. So it's a tough one, but it all comes back, I think, to learning how to think beyond today.
Yeah. 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 It was interesting, and just thinking of, I think a lot of people, when we get into the conversation about money, everyone kind of has this concept that this is it, just gonna just tick, 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 tick. But I think it's much more. Yeah. And I look at my parents and I think, my mom is she's doing great now and she's in her 80s. But I know there was times even in her 50s and maybe 60s when it was whoa, hold on, how are we going to pay for anything at this point? And they would lose something, or it just felt like we were in a huge disaster zone. And then suddenly she's where she's at now. And it's between 60 and 80, I don't think you were working. How is it that you now are financially stable again? But yeah, I think a lot of people just feel like everything's here, and then if they have a downturn, then they've completely failed. But it's normal.
It's right? Normal.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal. There's going to be ups and downs. It's not linear. It goes up and down, up and down. Hopefully the trend is up.
Yeah, you don't want it to be a spiral, especially downward.
Right. You don't want no, that would be bad.
That's the worst.
That would be bad. Yeah. But, you're going to have your ups and you're going to have your downs. And this, to me, the key is to realize that you're going to have a down, that the down is normal. It doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It doesn't mean anything. Okay? But then just learn from it.
Yeah.
When you have the down, then you sit back and say, okay, what happened? How can I learn from that and then fix this so that I don't have that same down again?
Yeah.
And as long as you're learning from it, that's what life's all about.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I learned over time is like everyone gets hit with ups and downs. Ooh, can't come out. Is that when you're young, the downs seem unbelievably dramatic. And then when you look back at them, it's like, that was nothing. I remember I was in my early 20s, and it was a rocky time in life for me, and it was just before Christmas, and I think at that time I just didn't have any liquidity. I didn't have money. I didn't have much of anything, and I had $300 cash in my wallet, and someone stole my wallet, and it was like the world had collapsed. It was the worst day of my life.
Yeah.
But then I look back and it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
You'll figure that out.
It's just a blip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's tough when you're young. Everything seems dramatic.
Yeah, experience starts to give you a little bit more perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking at my daughter. Sierra just got her driver's license. So look around before you.
Okay.
And she's had to put gas in the Jeep. Woo! That's a wake-up call.
That's an eye-opener, yeah.
Yeah, because she's not even started working yet as a, 16. She has a little job for the summer. But yeah, when you go and have to dump $65 into the vehicle and that's all you'll make in a few days. Ooh, and now she won't drive anywhere. Before, it's so funny because before she had that level of accountability, it'd be like, hey, can we drive to this basketball game? Can we go to the mall? Can you buy this? Can you, and it's like, now she's like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. She's starting to understand.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's quite a big difference, actually. So,
yeah.
And now she's still walking places, which is funny because she has no problem. She can take the Jeep anytime.
Yep.
But
good for her.
Yeah. And then it's funny too because now when she puts gas in it, she only goes $20 at a time. So the vehicles, it's probably always just right at E. It's so funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough lesson.
It is.
Tough lesson. And everything's expensive now. I don't know how kids are going to pull it off. It's going to be, I don't get it.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're, you know what? They just have to be, just have to be financially responsible, right?
Yeah.
They just have to learn the classic live within your means type thing, right? And just realize that you can't have everything today.
Hey, this is Craig. Thanks for watching this episode. I have a number of really interesting people that I'm going to be speaking with over the next while. Don't miss an episode. They're going to be great. If you have a chance, jump over to the partnerstaffing.com website. All the links to the videos that we're doing that are employment related will be there. Anyways, hit subscribe. Special thanks to our editor, Chris Filosovich. Look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Craig out.